This is KCTV English News. I'm Nick Brontes. The Greenland International Hospital Citizens Committee will convene October 3rd at the Jeju Human Resources Development Center for its final debate on the opening of the hospital. The committee will announce its position on the matter at the meeting after its 200 members review all the material they were given and discuss the issue over the holidays. That final recommendation will be based on a survey of committee members. The governor will then release his recommendation, which will be based on the results of the first opinion survey on the hospital by the Public Opinion Research Committee and the Citizens Committee's decision. The Jeju Fire Safety Headquarters will operate an emergency response center over the Chuseok holidays from Friday to next Thursday. The center, which can be reached by dialing 119, will quickly dispatch fire trucks and ambulances when emergencies arise. It will also provide information about which clinics and hospitals are open over the holidays, as well as advise emergency patients about diseases and emergency treatment options. Emergency responders answered an average of 243 calls a day during last year's Chuseok holidays. That's 3 times as many as on a normal day. In related news, the provincial government has announced its around-the-clock plan to deal with medical emergencies over the upcoming Chuseok holidays. 6 public health clinics will remain open as usual from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., while the island's main hospitals will implement an enhanced 24-hour emergency medical treatment system. Officials also designated specific clinics and pharmacies to remain open at night in each region so people who need care can get it. A list of which clinics and pharmacies will be open will be posted to the provincial website, as well as the sites of the island's 2 municipal governments. The information is also available through the Emergency Response Center, which can be reached by dialing 119. Jeju City will release disaster relief funding before the Chuseok holidays to locals whose property was damaged by Typhoon Sole. It will initially distribute 1.3 billion won to about 600 people whose houses, farms, or livestock facilities were damaged. Aid for another 1,800 people will then be distributed, still before Chuseok, depending on whether they had applied for disaster insurance and their financial situation. The city is providing up to 50 million won in disaster relief per person, depending on the extent of damage. The provincial government and the Jeju Tourism Organization are teaming up with Korean and foreign travel agencies to develop premium tour packages to the island. Officials from the province and the JTO participated in the Korea Luxury Travel Mart Tuesday in Seoul. There, they spoke with travel agents about developing high-end packages that include cycling, marine leisure sports, and other activities. About 300 people took part in the event. The foreign buyers, travel agents from here and abroad, and people involved in luxury content were all selected by the Korea Tourism Organization. The JTO plans to outline Jeju's premium tour offerings to 15 firms from 10 countries, including the US, Australia, and the UAE. Saw-edged perch, red-spotted groupers, and convict groupers are the island's priciest fish, but fewer of them are being caught. To combat the problem, local researchers recently released 100,000 baby fish into local waters. Mike Laidman reports.
In the waters off Sopjikoji in Songsanub, Seogwipo, baskets are passed from hand to hand. Young saw-edged perch, the fry, swim around inside the baskets. The 5-centimeter-long saw-edged perch fry were born via artificial insemination in May and are now being released into Jeju waters. This was, in fact, the first time that a mass artificial insemination of saw-edged perch, red-spotted groupers, and convict groupers was successful. A total of 100,000 fry from the three species were released into the ocean around Jeju.
이제 어린 고기 같은 경우에 많이 폐사가 일어납니다. 그런 폐사를 방지하기 위한 먹이 계열 연구와 그리고 서로 이제 커가면서 공식을 많이 하는데 공식을 방지할 수 있는 연구 기술 개발을 하게 돼서 많이 이렇게 생산을 하게 되었습니다.
The newly released fish will grow and be ready for consumption in 3 years. This sudden influx of fish around Jeju will help increase the incomes of some of Jeju's shoreside communities, which have been suffering from marine resource depletion.
고급 보전 같은 거는 많이 고갈이 되다 보니까 우리 어민 소득에도 상당한 좀 좋은 이익이 찾아옵니다. 그래서 좀 되도록 이렇게 방류해 주는 거 상당히 고맙다고 생각합니다.
The release of saw-edged perch fry made 3 years ago into the ocean around Mosolpo met with some truly astounding results. The catch is now 10 times what it was previously. Buoyed by the success of its project, Jeju Province will release an additional batch of fry into the waters of Chegido Island, Pyosan, and Mosolpo by next month. Mike Laidman, KCTV.
Stroll along flower-lined roads on Gapado during the small island's Autumn Flower Festival. There remains an 80% chance of rain through Friday morning. It will let up everywhere, except possibly higher elevations later in the day. For the details, here's your forecast. The morning low in Jeju City will be 24 and the afternoon high 27 degrees. In Seogwipo, temperatures will fall between 23 and 27. In Seongsan, the low before lunch will also be 23 and the high later on, again, 27 degrees. Similar temperatures are expected across the island in Gosan. And the morning low at higher elevations like Songpanak will be 19 and the afternoon high 22 degrees. Taking a look at the marine forecast, winds will be out of the southwest and west at 8 to 13 meters per second, and seas will be between 1 and 2.5 meters. And here's what's in store for us over the next few days. That brings us to the end of today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow at the same time. Don't forget to visit us online at eng.kctvjeju.com. 시청자 여러분, 고맙습니다.